Up next, it's a series that began 83 years ago, back when it was the Cleveland Rams. Can the Giants get their 8th win in the last 10 against LA? Find out next on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Byron Pringle now to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 4th season from USC, a former 3rd overall pick, Sam Darnold.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Sheds off the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The #1 position of any offensive line. You got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft, but he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Here's Darnold. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Darnold now to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold going deep for Benjamin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold running the option to the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Rams to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jones. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll get this to Jake Funk out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Chubb running right.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On first down, it's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. To the air again, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This is Jakeem Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A give. This is Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Buddy Johnson there on the stop. Throwing on second down. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now it's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 30 on second down, Jones, completion here to Claypool. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the bootleg, Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "36 yards on the punt with no return. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down on the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Back to throw, Darnold. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Handoff comes to Chubb. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on second down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Jones from the gun on third down. And fights him off. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give running right is Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, I would have figured out to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Here we go.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run, Chubb, and this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. New York ready to go again offensively and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Off of play action, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Here now, Johnny Townsend standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The football going back to the Rams now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Chubb. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 1st down, Funk, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a giant jumped early. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Now a give, right side. Funk. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on 3rd down. Darnold. And he'll find Moreau here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete here to Herndon.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. Funk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Darnold. To the sideline. Oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
They'll try again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Darnold down to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. Touchdown, Giants! Darrell Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Rams ready to go on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Caught right side is Jeffrey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
This is our time.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold is going up top for Herndon downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. Darnold on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. On 2nd and 10. Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Darnold. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans are the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, LA! Nick Chubb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to shake him off. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. A little juke. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, it's Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Benjamin with a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Darnold. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up, 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A., it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.